to our channel. In case it's your very first time here, kindly consider subscribing to my channel. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up and drop a comment. Let me know what you think about our today's video, guys. As you can see, I'm super excited, even though I'm going to share with you somehow a bad experience. So, as you see the title, we went to the theater in our first trimester. I know you have so many questions in your head. How? What happened? What went wrong? Your girl is here to explain everything to you. Let me adjust my seat here. So I'm going to explain everything to you on what happened for us to end there, guys. Yeah, it is somehow a bad experience, but for those who have ever gone through this, kindly drop a comment. Let me know. Yeah, and remember to support your girl. We are on the road to 20K subscribers, and let us make it happen before the year ends. Yeah, before the year ends, I trust in you, the Roskunix family. Hey, you are the best. I love you so much. So back to the video, guys. Yeah. So in our first trimester, we went to the theater. Yeah. But first, I want to share with you what happened that led us there, guys. Yeah. So I found out that I'm pregnant. Yeah. And as you know, when you have been thinking about getting pregnant and you find out that you have it, you always feel excited, right? I was excited, yeah. And I did the test because the first month, like the first month I got pregnant, I didn't know I was. So I had to test because I had a weird feeling. Ladies, you understand what I mean, or moms, you understand what I mean. So I had a weird feeling that I've never felt. So I decided to take a test. So I tested. I was alone at home. My husband was not around. He was at work. So after finding out, I I planned on how I can show him because since it was my first son, I tried my best to tell him, even though I was fearing sharing with him. So I was telling myself, how am I going to tell him? But I did it. You will see the video, guys. Yeah, you will see the video. So after finding out that I was pregnant the first month, the second month things worsened. I started vomiting, and that's one of the common signs, yeah, that ladies know. I started vomiting, but the rate at which I was doing that, it was alarming, guys. Yeah. So even my husband was so worried about it, and he was always asking me, "Is it normal? Is it normal?" And as for me, I was also telling him, "I don't know. I don't know if people behave this way when they are pregnant. Remember, we are just in our second month, and things are not good on our side." Drop a comment. Let me know what was your experience, guys. Yeah, so I started having some cravings for food, and sometimes I could just wake up at 2 a.m. and tell my husband, "I want this." And he was like, "Now, where am I going to get that thing for you? Relax till morning. I will get it for you, guys." So, about the cravings, I'll give you the video. But now, let's talk about the experience. Now, when we reached at, I'll be using the wigs, okay? So, I started vomiting and all that, yeah? So, the experience was not good. Like, I lost appetite, I was not eating well, and I was very weak. Yeah, I was just sick, guys. So I started feeling some pains in my tummy. Remember, I have confirmed that I'm pregnant, but I'm feeling this weird thing. Oh, he was just checking if our mic is doing or is working. Hey, it's doing, it's working. So the experience was worse, was sickly. Yeah, I was sickly, and we decided let's go to the hospital. Yeah, so I went to see the gynecologist. We did an we did an ultrasound, how fast ultrasound, and he checked it. He said that everything is just normal, but you have an ovarian cyst. Yeah. So I went to the doctor. I asked him if it is a normal thing, and he told me that is normal. It normally happens when you are pregnant, and even sometimes when you are not. But when you are pregnant, the pregnancy just gets rid of it. Yeah. So I came back home. I knew I was okay. So at around, and you know the second month is 8 weeks. Okay. So we moved to our third month. In our third month, remember, that is around 12 weeks. Okay. So I started seeing blood. What? Blood? Then I told my husband, I have seen blood. And he was so shocked. He was worried about me. We went to the nearby hospital. They checked me and they told me we are going to admit you so that we can observe. Because when I reached there, the spotting was not intense. It was just small amount of blood. So they told me maybe we admit you and then we observe you. But my husband said no. He said no, we are going back home, and we go to a better facility, or we go back to the gynecologist to check you. Okay? So we went back home. Even that doctor told me to sign the decline. I don't know, to decline, like to reject. You are to be admitted, but you have refused. So I had to sign the form in case of anything. I just told the doctor, please, it's my right. Let me go, because we wanted to see the gynecologist. You know, it was just a local hospital. So we came back home, though the bleeding had stopped. Yeah. So as I was as we reached at home, I started doing 1, 2, 3 in the house. Yeah. Then I went back to the loo. Oh my gosh, for a short call. Then I found out that the bleeding had increased. Yeah. So they rushed me to the hospital that evening. It was in the evening. We went to the hospital again, but in another hospital, not to the gyna. So I was rushed to the hospital, and they referred me to do an ultrasound. Yeah, remember it's the second one. They referred me to do an ultrasound because it was an emergency and we could not find our gynecologist at that time. So we went to another hospital, and they referred me to do an ultrasound. So I went and did so. I brought back the results, and they were showing we have a hemorrhage, like we have bleeding. Yeah. So they gave me medicine and to use for 7 days. So we came back home just okay, and I felt the medicine were going to help me. I started using the medicine, but they were not working on me. Like I could feel headache, like a serious headache. So i I just decided this is not like, this is something that is worsening. Let me go to the gynecologist. So I went to the gynecologist. After 3 days, I guess, I went to the gynecologist, but after using the medicine that was given, at least I saw some changes. The blood stopped. Yeah, so I just felt I was okay. But after 3 days, I started seeing blood again. Then I decided with my husband, let's go to the gynecologist together with my sister. Hey, I really love her so much. Thank you so much, my sister. And she has a baby who is a YouTuber. Her name is Chantel Negesa. Kindly go subscribe to her channel. I really love my sister so much. She sent me her driver, and we went to the gynecologist because it was again an emergency. When I reached to the gynecologist, he did some, I don't know, speculum or something. For those who are doctors and nurses, they know. So he checked me and he told me I have cervix incompetence. Cervix incompetence. For those who not drop a comment, if you have such, kindly drop a comment. Let me know in the comment section. Yeah. So cervix incompetence is whereby the the uterus won't hold the baby for 9 months. It will start opening before due date. Due dates. English. Where? So the doctor checked me and he said you have cervix incompetence and it is an emergency. And he told me you have a lot of blood in the cervix. So I was so worried and I didn't come back home. He just told me I'm giving you a referral letter. You are going to be admitted right now. So I just followed the doctor's instructions because I knew he was going to help me, to serve me. I thank God we have reached far. So I was given the letter. I went to the hospital that he referred me to. Yeah, so he told me just go to the hospital, reach at the reception, give them this letter. They will admit you. Then tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. I'll be coming to do a Mac stitch, McDonald's stitch. So I was to be stitched here. Remember, we are on our third at or on at 13 weeks here on our third month. So I went, I was admitted, and I was given some injections, some drugs, yeah, that he prescribed. Yeah, for us to wait till that time, like the following day at 9 a.m. So I went to the ward, was admitted, and then the following day the doctor came to do his job. Yeah. So that's when I went to the theater, guys. Yeah. So for those who have ever gone through such an experience, kindly drop a comment. Let me know. So he told me we have to wash first, like they wash the cervix since it had blood, and then after that they were to stitch. Yeah, so they had to stitch the cervix, and that's what happened. Yeah, so I went to the theater, I was watched, and then they did the McDonald's stitch or the Mac stitch. Yeah, so I remember I was in the ward for 3 days. Yeah, after the stitches, then I was discharged. Yeah, I came back home, the blood stopped, and I was given a complete bed rest. Yeah, a complete bed rest. So for those who have been asking me, why are you not in your matrimonial home? I was given a complete bed rest. And since my husband works far away from where we stay, I could not stay alone in the house. So I had to stay with my sister. I always stay with my sister. Like she has someone who helps her. So yeah, things are easy for me when I'm there than when I'm in the house because my husband comes in the house very late and no one is there to help me since I was given complete bed rest, not doing anything. Yeah, so that's how we found ourselves in the theater in our first trimester. Yes, so guys, drop a comment. Let me know your experience if you've ever had such thing. Like I know there are some people who undergo miscarriages, but they really don't know the reason. Yeah, maybe this video is going to teach you one or two things. Yeah, maybe it is going to teach you one or two things. You have been looking for a baby and you are always miscarriaging. Maybe you have cervix incompetence. Kindly check any of the nearest gynecologist. He will help you guys. He helped me and we are here right now, guys. Hope you are enjoying these pregnancy vlogs and thank you so much guys for tuning in. I'm super excited. Oh, and thank you so much for the love and support. Yeah. So hope this will teach you something and let's hit 20K subscribers. Yeah, so that was my experience so far. Yeah, thank you for watching. See you soon on our next one. Bye.